And welcome back everyone to another trade recap. As you can see, I'm in downtown LA catching some meetings today, but I'm about to head out to Malibu. But let's get into this trade recap. And as you can see, absolutely smacked NQ for a nice 7R, so beautiful trade, and you can see the P&L here. Now let's go ahead and rewind the charts and we can take a look and see what happened here. So as you can see, at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we had both a data high and a data low because we had 8:30 a.m. news, and then we also had London high up here and we had London low down here that was already taken. And you might be wondering, why am I on the NQ chart instead of the MNQ chart? And that's simply because I took this trade on my live account, so I prefer to use the full NQ contract. Now initially I was thinking maybe a data high or data low play. I did call one out, but ultimately I decided to avoid the data high data low just because it wasn't lining up exactly how I wanted it to. But if we check the 4-hour time frame, you can see we had quite a few levels that price could potentially reach to. So first and foremost, we had this 4-hour order block, and then of course we had this 4-hour fair value gap down here, small fair value gap that was still left over from last week. So both of these levels were potential areas we could see price react to. And then other than that, we also had this wick CE right here on the 4-hour. So this was another potential level that price could use. But let's drop down to the 15-minute and we'll see exactly what happens. And as you can see, price opens up, we immediately drop down, and we do not sweep data high, but we do react off data low. So there was actually a pretty nice play there off data low. We had a couple students catch that play, but other than that, we just continue down. Nice little retracement to go ahead and continue lower. And I actually called out an IFVG trade in there as well. And then we actually make a rejection block. So the first rejection block we make is off that 4-hour wick CE. Now at the time, the 4-hour candle was just a little bit too bearish for me, and it did appear that we were going to reach down for this fair value gap and all of these stacked lows. So in this particular case, I used a little bit of discretion and decided to avoid that. The other part of this was we also already rebalanced the fair value gap, so we didn't have a draw on liquidity. So although we had a rejection block, it was not a complete narrative as to why we should take it. So I just waited patiently for price to continue delivering, and eventually we did form a rejection block off of that 4-hour fair value gap. So I went ahead, drew out this rejection block, and of course placed my order there, 10-point stop. And then I usually go for a 1 to 6 on the order blocks, but we had some nice structure on the 1 minute to aim for, so I actually ended up going for a 1 to 7 because we had this fair value gap up in here, so I thought we could at least reach for consequent encroachment of that. And you can see right away reaches for that level and goes to TP shortly after. Nice 1 to 7 in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So as you can see, beautiful trade using the new 4-hour 15-minute rejection block strategy. Hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And other than that, links in the description for everything as usual. But appreciate you watching. God bless, and I will see you in the next video.